Welcome to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's Sierra, and I'm going to give you some highlights into our family's 5-day vacation at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The goal of this video is just to give you an overview, as I will be going into details about these places throughout the video. I hope that you all are subscribed. If you're not already, go ahead and look down and go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on another video, as well as checking out my Myrtle Beach, South Carolina playlist after you finish this video. I will have it linked towards the end of the video for you just to go over and click on to watch. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. Our adventure started off at home, getting ready to go to Asheboro, North Carolina, to the zoo to surprise the kids. It's a really great zoo to visit. The tickets for this zoo is adults are $13. The kids that are ages 2 through 12 are $9. And if you are under 2 years old, they are free. It's a really great zoo to visit, and this was our halfway mark to Myrtle Beach. We worked our way down the road, and on the way, we ran across the South Carolina state line, as well as stopping in to make a bathroom trip about 45 minutes before arriving. So we stopped at a welcome area in the Myrtle Beach area. We stayed in the Grand Strand area, so it was right in the middle of the north and the south. We made our destination. Where are we going?
The beach!
The kids were really looking forward to this for about 3 weeks. Our room was amazing. We stayed at the Crown Reef Resort. The view from our room was great, and it only took us a few minutes to get downstairs, through the elevator, and out to the beachfront. This hotel room was amazing. It came with a full kitchenette, as well as a bathroom and a view to the ocean and the airport. Later that night, we went downstairs to Loco Gecko, which is a restaurant located in the resort. And let me just say, the food and drinks were amazing. It was a hurricane/tornado that night, and the next morning I was able to wake up and catch the sunrise. We wanted to get up and get out and adventure down to the actual beach, and before we knew it, there was a tornado coming in. So we started off our Monday with having water come in from the tornado and being able to watch all of the things that really happen at a beach when there is a tornado. There were multiple boats out in the water, rafts, banana boats, you name it. So eventually we drifted off downstairs once the tornado was done and all clear, and went out to go inspect the beach, go look at some shells, and I also wanted to show you guys the pool and resort that there is to offer. So there is like Italian ice, as well as cabanas that you guys can rent ahead of time, a hair braiding station, and everything else. When you're walking out to the beach, there is a water station where you can spray yourself off from coming from the beach. This morning I had a conference that I needed to do, and it didn't go well because we all had to go. I thought it was just me, so we had to get it rescheduled. So before I knew it, I wanted to take the kids out to just explore the beach, find some shells, get some footage, and just enjoy the beginning of our vacation. So as promised, we told the kids we can come back to the beach later or down to the pool. We have ventured off from the beach to Broadway at the beach, where it is 11 minutes from the resort that we stayed at. And some of the great places that you all can visit if you go is Hollywood Heroes and Villains, which is the store that we're in currently. You also can visit Broadway Amusement Park, the Pavilion Park, Ripley's Aquarium, Beef Jerky Outlet, Cold Stone, Margarita, Dino Park, Paula Dean's Family Kitchen, Hard Rock Cafe, Fat Tuesday, Auntie Annie's, Wonderworks, Build-A-Bear, Wet Willie's, Dave & Buster's, and a beach winery. So this was a really great place to explore and get out. If you ask me, I gave it a 10 out of 10. I really wanted to go and sit down and eat at Margaritaville, but I also wanted to eat at Paula Dean's Family Kitchen. So these are just things that'll be on the bucket list for 2024. They also have some little fish that you guys can feed if you pay for the stuff. One big candy store. From there, we ended up going over to the Myrtle Beach Boardwalk. It was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I ended up paying for parking, which was $21 just to park there. So we could have went to the beach if we wanted to. Over at the Boardwalk, there are multiple places for photo opportunities as well as eating opportunities, the Sky Wheel, and then, of course, souvenir shops. We decided to sit and eat at Dirty Don's Oyster Bar and Grill. The kids both got some cute little frisbees that went along with their lunch meals that they got to take back home. Charles got a seafood boil and I got a steak and cheese with some fries. I would definitely give this a 9 out of 10 because it was really, really good. On the way back to the resort, Charles ran across the Duplin Cotton Candy wine and bought it for me. So here we are getting ready to head down to the pool to just hang out for the evening and relax. So they, like I said before, this resort has hair braiding stations as well as cabanas and the Italian ice in all of these flavors that you guys see here. It is cash only and they are really, really good. So we have ventured off down to the beach after the pool, and of course all we got to see while we were there was planes flying out. So we're just going to enjoy the rest of our full day 2 down at the beach and get ready to head it on upstairs for the rest of the evening. It is day 3 and we woke up to a beautiful, beautiful beach as always. We then went out for a breakfast and got breakfast at McDonald's. On the way there, we ran across the Myrtle Beach International Airport, which was so cute. I wish I could have went inside just to see what it was really like. Like I said, bucket list for 2024. We went to some souvenir shops while we were waiting on the tour because they rescheduled it for today's day, which is Wednesday in this video. I did do some souvenir shopping for my family back at home. We came back to the resort and went and did our condo walkthrough. The condo walkthrough is just where they want you to pay for this condo to be able to come back and use this condo as many times as you want, also gifting it to others. And unfortunately, the price was outrageous at the moment, so we decided to not go through with that. The main focus of our trip was to go to the Crazy Mason. The Crazy Mason is just crazy. Let me just say that, but it is definitely a 10 out of 10. If you see any of the coupon books, I definitely would pick it up because inside of that coupon book, there is a coupon to use here off of 2 mason jar sundaes. And let me just say these sundaes are $15 each. Me and Chuck shared one and the kids each got their own. If I would have known that it would take the kids that long to eat these, I would have probably made them share them. But at the end of the day, they got to take these mason jars home with them. Sky got s'mores, Cam got peanut butter, and me and Charles got strawberry cheesecake. There is a washing station in the back of the little restaurant with plenty of photo opportunities in this cute milkshake bar restaurant. After leaving there, we headed over to Murrells Inlet, which is amazing. It's one of the hidden gems of Myrtle Beach from what I've heard, and it has so much to offer. Parking is 9 times out of 10 free. Here, you just need to text a number and let them know, you know, like the color car that you have, the make and all of that. Another thing that I seen off of YouTube before we went down for our trip is called the Jaws Resort. There is a shark on the outside of the souvenir shop, and then when you go in, there's so much to pick from, but also in the middle there was like a little mini aquarium of cow nose rays, horn sharks, nurse sharks, and it's just something like any child will want to see, especially those that love to go and see animals can walk in and see this just sitting here. It's probably about 5 feet deep, but the kids were in love with it and loved watching the little sharks. If you would love sharks, then I suggest you go over to the Jaws station and you can see so many things there. Later in the evening, we went down to the Fire and Hula show, which is free at the resort, and it's at 6 p.m. If you are wanting to do this, I definitely would say come early if you can, because it does get packed. We got our Italian ice once again, where I got pina colada and Sky got green apple. We went down to Loco Gecko to get dinner for the night and chill. Of course, I have some editing to do, so that's what I did while watching Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns. Later the next morning, on our last official full day there, I woke up to go get some morning breakfast from the resort, and it was eggs, bacon, a biscuit, and some potatoes, as well as getting something to drink. So I tried a old drink, y'all, Sundrop, along with some grits. We then later headed out for some beach shops and over in the North Myrtle Beach area at Barefoot Landing. Barefoot Landing, I definitely would give a 10 out of 10 because it definitely kept everybody busy. It kept everybody entertained. We went in and tried some fudge for free, as well as getting some boba milk tea, and then just exploring. Not only does Barefoot Landing have the fudgery, they also have a beef jerky outlet as well. They also have Build-A-Bear, Christmas Mouse, It's Sugar, Tiki Gems, Auntie Annie's, and the fudgery place, like I said. And there's also another great place to enjoy, which is the Kentucky Mist Distillery and the Lulu's that is there, where you can sit out in some yellow and blue chairs and just have a ball. The kids can have a ball and enjoy themselves as well. Next, we have ventured over to the Duplin Winery. The Duplin Winery was one of our places that we wanted to go as well, because we wanted to sit down and do a wine and sip. Duplin Winery is my favorite wine, and I definitely can say that I have quite a few different favorites, but one of my most favorites is the Bald Head Red, and that right there was what I came for. So I bought one of those, and then we also did the wine tasting for $15 per person. There were some really good wines. We did get to try some dip and little cracker pieces. And then I also got to try a new pumpkin wine that is sold by them. And oh my God, it was so good. Duplin Winery was fun. What'd you think?
It was good.
Right across the street is the Olive Garden, and we needed some lunch for our last full day. We wanted to make the most of it, so we took the kids to a restaurant that we don't have in our city. The closest Olive Garden to us is about an hour away, so this is where we resorted to for lunch. Such great food, and I really enjoyed it. On our way back to the resort, I decided to stop in Dollar Tree to get some lights or some flashlights or something to give the kids for us to try ghost crabbing. We tried ghost crabbing last year in Nag's Head and it was successful, but this year we wanted to see if we could do it here too. And we also want to go out and test out the pier while we're out on the beach. So we're going to head out to the beach first. I'm making sure I have everything I need. And we're going to have a good last time out on the beach in the waves and everything else. Come down some. Do you recommend people coming down to Myrtle Beach? Do you recommend people?
Yes, so.
It was at this very moment that I realized I didn't want to go home yet. So that we stayed at right here. We're in the middle part. I think I probably just got sand on my nose. But anyways, there is a place right here.
Maybe not.
Where you guys can rent jet skis, banana boats, and do parasailing and all that. Later that evening, we just decided to stay out at the beach for 3 to 4 hours, come back up to the resort room, wash up, change into some new clothes, and head out to go ghost crabbing and check out the pier first. So as we headed out, you guys can get all the feels and vibes, like as if I was in Florida somewhere with all the palm trees. And of course, being near the airport, getting to see those planes fly over. So we headed a block or two down and went out to the pier. In order to get on this pier, it is about $3 or $4 per person. So I think we paid $12. So it was $3 per person. It's really great to get out here and go out onto the pier, as I am afraid to do this during the daytime, which is why we didn't get over here during the daytime until the day before our last day. From this pier, you can see everything like our resort, the things that were next to us, such as like the restaurant and things like that. There were a lot of people on this pier that just wanted to come out and fish, it seemed like, this night. And of course, they tell you do not feed the sharks on this pier. And I'm sure that there is some, we just haven't seen any on this trip. But I would love to do this one year and just come out and do some crabbing of my own. Definitely not try and catch a shark, but definitely do some crabbing. The views at night were amazing. So we went and adventured back over to our resort. This is the resort at nighttime. And we wanted to try the ghost crabbing. We were not successful. And of course, it's our last day to get up and get ourselves together. Checkout is at 11. We checked out at 8, had everything up and ready, and I decided this morning to order one of these books, and it will be at my house once I get back. Leaving the Crown Reef Resort was definitely sentimental because it was so much fun, and I will miss a souvenir shop on every single corner. I definitely am coming back next year for another Crazy Mason milkshake. So we stopped by Dunkin' and got on the road, and it took us about 4 to 6 hours to get home. On the way home, we did have to stop and all use the bathroom. Y'all enjoy vacation?
Yes.
Our trip has came to an end, and I am back at home to get everything put up and put back. I also need to go ahead and get ready to eat some dinner, so I hope that you all have enjoyed watching our first trip to Myrtle Beach all in one video, and of course getting to see the food and attractions as well as the souvenirs.